Hey guys, what's up? My name is Justin and welcome to an NHL 22 news / rumors video. So in these series of videos, we're going to talk about the rumors and news regarding NHL 22 and all that stuff. So I asked you guys on my community tab on what should I talk about first regarding this series is I put three things. We're still going to talk about those three things in the future, but I want to see which one you guys want to see me talk about or hear me talk about first. So NHL 22 on last gen is the winner currently right now as of 2 hours of posting the community tab or the community post poll thing. So it's still winning. I refreshed it. It's still winning. So I'm going to do a video on it. We're still going to do a video on the NHL 22 cover, and we're going to talk about the EA Sports extended partnership with the NHL and the NHLPA and all that stuff. So don't worry about that. We're still going to talk about that stuff. But anyways, let's get into it. So as I look on the internet regarding this, and I looked this up. So NHL 15 was on the Xbox 360. I believe as like a legacy edition. NHL 16 apparently was on the 360 and PS3 as the legacy edition. And apparently to Wikipedia, NHL 17 was also on the Xbox 360 and PS3. I didn't see copies of them, but apparently they were on those consoles. When they made the full switch to next generation regarding the PS4 and Xbox One was NHL 18. And then from there on, they've been developing for the Xbox One and PS4. And now we're jumping into the next generation of consoles regarding the PS5 and the Xbox Series. So the question comes in mind is, are they even going to develop a next generation game for the Xbox Series X, Series S, and the PS4 or the PS5? And also have an edition where PS4 and Xbox One users can also buy the game too and play it. So are they going to make an edition? If you play on Xbox and you play on Xbox Series X, you kind of know the games are backwards compatible or forwards compatible with the Xbox One. So if you buy like an Xbox Series X game, you can buy it. There's multiple editions to the games now on Xbox. You can buy an Xbox One edition, or you can buy an Xbox Series X or Series S edition of the game. I believe that's the same thing with PS5. I believe so. If I'm wrong, you guys can let me know in the comments below. But regarding the Xbox, you could buy either an Xbox One edition or an Xbox Series X edition. Even if you buy the Xbox Series X edition or Series S edition of the game, you will get the Xbox One edition also. So if you go to your friend's house and he has an Xbox One, you can still play that game and all that stuff. So Xbox Series X games and Series S games are backwards compatible with the Xbox One. So you can still play them even if you buy a next gen. If you buy the next gen games, you will still be able to play them on the Xbox One. If you buy them digitally, I believe. I know with the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X and Series S editions of the games, digitally you can actually play on the Xbox One. I don't know about disc-wise. So, but anyways, is NHL 22 going to be in that realm where you can buy an Xbox Series X edition, or you can buy a PS5 edition, and you can still buy a PS4 edition, and you can still play together as we do now? Because I play NHL 21 on my Xbox Series X pretty much every day, no problems, and it actually runs really, really good on the Series X and all that stuff. So I do play in 4K on my console, and I don't play in HDR because it messes, like, I don't know. I don't like HDR. I don't like HDR. Some games I do, like Assassin's Creed. Love HDR with that game and all that stuff. But with NHL, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really need it. But anyways, it still plays in 4K, 60 frames on the Xbox Series X. Well, it says it plays in 4K, 60 frames. They could say a lot, but it actually doesn't happen. But anyways, so are they going to make a Series X and Series S edition of the game, and also an Xbox One, PS4 edition of NHL 22? In my opinion, yes, they are going to do it. because of the pandemic and the shortages of the next generation consoles, the Xbox Series and the PS5s, they're super hard to get right now. I was super lucky to get my Series X on launch day or the day after because UPS just didn't deliver it that day they should have. So I did get my Xbox Series X pretty much on the launch day. I was super lucky. I know a lot of people got their orders canceled. Even with PlayStation, a lot of people got their pre-orders canceled and all that stuff, which is horrible. But I think because of the pandemic and because of the situation of the world, a lot of people are not upgrading to the next generation of consoles. They couldn't afford it. They have to either pay rent or pay bills and all that stuff, or anything, or money or food to eat, pretty much. And they couldn't really spend the money on the next generation of consoles, or they couldn't get one. So NHL 22 will be on the last generation of consoles, in my opinion. I gotta really state that because some people would say if it does come out on the next generation of consoles and it doesn't come out for the previous gen, people would say like, oh, you're lying, like you lied and all that stuff. So I'm gonna say, in my opinion, I think it will be on the last generation of consoles. So there we go. That's the whole video. I recorded one of these before, but I didn't like it. I didn't like my pace. I didn't like it the way I worded it and all that stuff, so I had to redo it all. This is like my 4th recording doing this. So, but anyway, so yeah, so it will be on the last generation consoles. I think it will be on the last generation consoles until, I believe, NHL 23. NHL 23, I think, will be just strictly next generation console game. So it will strictly just be on the PS5 and Xbox Series NHL 23. But we're not talking about NHL 23. We're too far ahead. We're talking about NHL 22. So NHL 22 will be on the Xbox One, in my opinion, and the PS4. So you guys can let me know in the comments below. Do you guys think they should stick to the same formula they're doing now? Like, just make an Xbox Series X edition and Xbox One edition of the game and PS4 and PS5 editions of the game. Should they keep doing that, or should they just not do it at all regarding the PS4 and Xbox One editions of the games? Just scrap them, just focus on next gen, completely rebuild the entire game from the ground up and all that stuff. But anyways, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Discord. There'll be links in the description down below. My name is Justin. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. I'll be talking a lot about, I'm going to be talking a lot about NHL 22 stuff. Just to let you guys know, this is strictly my opinions. This is just strictly what I think about NHL 22. I know the title's kind of misleading with NHL 22 news / rumors. I know it's kind of misleading. But I just want to talk about the stuff that I want to talk about with NHL 22. Sometimes we'll have news on here or rumors or anything like that on this series. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. This is strictly my opinions regarding this video. But when I talk about NHL 22 news, I only talk about it when it's coming from EA themselves. When it's coming from EA themselves, then I'll talk about the NHL 22 news. But right now we're just talking about NHL 22 rumors and all that stuff. So just be mindful of the name of the series. Just be mindful of the name of the series. It just fits so well in the YouTube title and all that stuff in the algorithm. So bear with me and all that stuff regarding that. So, but anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video of NHL 22 news or rumors. My name is Justin. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Greatest, yeah. And I just wanna be famous, yeah. I just wanna be the greatest, yeah. And I just wanna be famous, yeah. And I'm not playing any more games either.